Hello, and welcome back to Conquest of Elysium 5. We are continuing on with our Guildmaster run, and things are going better. They're getting better, bit by bit. We managed to knock out a couple of really big armies in the last episode. Though at the sacrifice of some big armies we had, but thankfully we have the better economy and frankly the better items. Recently we have rebuilt our main army over here, started burning down some forests, and are on our way to fight a dragon. On the east coast we killed the enchanter via a couple of adventuring assassins, and now we're just like swooping in and picking up all of his territory, building in some new thieves guilds and the like over here. And we've also started ferrying some of our guild mercenaries away from the market villages down here to start putting on our front lines so we can actually use them in our main army compositions. So these are the big goals today. We've got a bunch of assassins running around the world right now, as well as we started exploring the Sky Realm. We kind of said, all right, the Void is a bit too dangerous maybe, but the Sky Realm seems nice. This dragon is the guy we're going to fight. He lives over here near Greendale. And we kind of have like three major armies messing us up on the map. There are the Bakemono in the north. There are the pale ones in kind of the center of the map. And then there are the kobolds who are mostly in the east. A demonologist is also still around, but he has been not really the biggest issue. Ooh, engineer Megas up for sale. We absolutely want to pick up one of them. Alongside of another catapult. Small Bakemono army here. Nothing too serious. You have a guild Megas. You are an engineer Megas. I'd still really love to find a level 3 library. Or a level 2. We found the King's Castle recently. Unfortunately, it is only a level 1 library. Hey, Moni, you want to say hi to everybody? Mona time. So I'm still trying to find a place with trade that has a level 2 library, because if I put a Sage's Guild in it, it would become level 3. We haven't had a lot of luck finding the Academy of Higher Magic yet, but it's also hell to take, so... Unsubscribing for me for unprofessionalism. Unprofessionalism was the reason for subscription. Well, will you come back for Mona time? Because I feel like everyone's coming back for Mona time. It's what you all really want. It's the good stuff right here. The good scritches. When I was sick all last week. Mona, you're stuck. Take your time. Take your time, you're stuck. Yeah, take your time. Okay, or rip a stitch out of my really nice sweater. Thank you. I'm never gonna learn. I'm never gonna learn. While I was sick, Mona was keeping me company like the whole time, just napping on me pretty much every day. Which I was extremely grateful for. This guy can build guild portals and spool ballistas, but it's an alchemist I need to upgrade that catapult. Now, I have 2 here, so they're not in the worst situation, but I could also add in quite a few ballistas, which honestly wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't think this guy took any ballistas with him. He did not. I am gonna do that. I sold all my gems last episode. Fool of a toque. All right. You better defend him just in case. I'm gonna grab back those mines. You guys are on sentry. You came over here to explore the other mountain, and what we discovered is that both of these mountains have big armies. One has a Yeti sitting on top of it. The other one has a rock. But we've had this thought about taking the Sky Realm and filling it with thieves guilds, and it's also occurred to me, if I make one of these cloud cities a mage's guild, then I could set up a teleporter up here so any assassins could just jump into the like if that was a Thieves Guild and that was a Thieves Guild and that was a teleporter, they could all just jump in the teleporter and go anywhere on the map. So there are little sneaky ways we have of making you talk. There's a cloud hamlet here. I will actually take that. That's free money. You're gonna go that way. You're gonna go that way on your big nice boat. And then everyone else is gonna keep cruising. Healing purgatory. Doing dishes. Why is it Mona time now? I mean, you can't complain about Mona time. That's the thing. When you own a cat, you don't get to pick when they come and hang out with you. That is entirely their decision. You're just along for the ride. You're just there to give them tubes. Where is this Blackstone Tower? Yeah, you didn't have a lot of luck there. The Cloud Hamlet was a total wash for us. That's good. Another Engineer Megas. Don't say. So... you actually don't have enough of these spells yet. This guy here is a real issue. Bone Crush the Demi-Lich. Because he's got these 2 level 3 necromancy spells. And, you know, he's a Demi-Lich. Really kind of difficult to kill. He has full non-magical invulnerability. And he is technically immortal, but he's probably immortal in this mausoleum. So the annoying thing about this is, like, they're just going to constantly summon ghosts around this place. I was thinking, because there was walls here, I was thinking about putting the adventuring guilds here because they would spawn all these guild mercenaries. One thing I did notice is I am 10% off. Look, I have reason to make another bankers guild. Not a very good reason, but we could get 10% more gold. Okay, you are dropping off all of these guild mercenaries. And that's about it. Those are to be teleported to the front line. So you guys have almost everything from there. I'd like to leave some because people do love to come rolling through there. So actually, maybe what I'll do, drop the boats, grab the mercs, and we're going to go to this temple. You're going to keep claiming that stuff. And then I feel like the Griffins could take these guys on. They do 2 to 4 damage. Griffins have 3 armor. And they're almost healed back up. So if I wait like one more good turn. Two dragons. Is there another kobold hatchery right there? Oh god, there might be. It's a weird little army of earth elementals. I tell you what, I'm going to throw another set of crossbowmen in this tower just to try and help them out a little bit. Scout, Engineer Megas, Spearmen. Or actually, anti-magic chain lightning, guide arrows. What does this guy have for spells? Storm winds, protective winds, guide arrows. Yeah, I'm okay with that. He's going to join this squad. I just don't want to send him up on his own. Yeah, man. Brigands and adventuring parties. They're doing work. Technically, bait the dragon. Fight them separately. I mean, as long as I have them in a siege, I think it's okay. Bakamon looks like he's going to climb that mountain. Brigands, not so much luck. These guys did good, though. And then a Great Tower. I'm kind of curious how this goes, because they don't have enough room to actually get inside the walls. Oh! I stand corrected. Yeah, I stand very corrected. Damn. I got punked. What did I do? I killed 2 goblins. Wow. Wow. Let's do that. You're gonna grab that. You're gonna go there. Ah, interesting. So that's not your home. But that is your home. Dude, where does this other dragon live? In that coal mine, maybe? I don't think dragons could live in coal mines. You know what? I'm going to risk this. I'd rather get them up with everybody. Hate these teleporting golems. They constantly steal the cheese out of my fridge. Cursed cheese stealing golems. I just have that like third dimensional void in my fridge where anytime I'm looking for something and I can't find it, and then my partner goes and just like moves space out of the way and somehow pulls out exactly the thing I've been looking for. It's pretty incredible. It's pretty magical. Guild Mage. Earth Meld, Soul Slay. Sleep? Yeah, I'll take sleep. So. Commits increased by 2, trade is increased by 1. Put a Traders Guild there. We'll put a Mercenaries Guild there. Is what we're gonna do. Now, you have 100 Guild Mercenaries on you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's dead. I miscalculated that. Whoopsie. Grab this Cloud Hamlet, I suppose. Why not? Now, I want to fight them, but I think you're more important. Can we, for safety's sake, just save before we do this? My one concern here is that, like, so much of my damage is Storm Spool Ballistas. But they do piercing damage. Okay. My question was whether or not they would only do the Chain Lightning, but they do also do piercing. He's got 110 HP. That guy is also technically strong enough to kill my hero, which I'd be pretty sad about. Put some defense in that tower. Pikeneers are always kind of nice in these because they can stab over all these walls. So even if they end up like not at the gate, like that guy can still stab there, there, and there. Partner always finds things to trick by partners. You put something in the fridge and they move it around to feel dependent on. Trick as old as time itself. I actually watched a video on like why that phenomenon exists. And it actually has to do with like vision patterns. Crystalline also, hey, how you doing? Have we had an update on the situation recently? Not since the incident, no. Basically though, the reason that men are so bad at finding things that are directly in front of them is because they only look directly in front of them. They did like this eye pattern test on walking around, pretty much, and it's that like women look at the peripheries around everything, and men pretty much only look straight ahead, and it's a survival instinct. And it's the comical offset of that is also just that, like, men can't find things in fridges. Look at this Chain Lightning slaughtering these red goblins. Now, unfortunately, it's not doing anything to the white goblins because it literally can't. That one double Chain Lightning. What was up with that? Dude, there's so many rounds of Chain Lightning left. Let's go. Cursed. He's ethereal as well. He's got a spirit ring. There's a trap here. But I guess our long dead are going to set that off, probably. Whew. Spicy. The meteors come crashing in. More long dead. 20 damage. You better be careful, buddy. You could get killed. Especially if he bites you. You better just summon an unlimited amount of long dead on top of him. Ow, ow, ow. Hit by my own Chain Lightning. Nine damage. Nice. Did anybody really die in this fight? 1 archer, 3 swordsmen, 2 pikeneers, 4 halberds, and 4 heavy infantry. All right, it wasn't without loss. But we did get a spirit ring out of it, which does kind of slap. Cloud Hamlet, we cleared out with no problem. And then... well, that's pretty funny. This adventuring party attacked 8 deer and 3 grizzly bears. They killed all the deer and then got mauled to death. I like to imagine that was like they went hunting for deer and then like the smell of the carcasses attracted the grizzly bears who just showed up and just absolutely got the pounce on them. A dark wizard. Ooh. Dark wizards are really nice. I like them very much, thank you. Dork magic. Terror and weakness. Summon shade. That's my favorite one. In fact, I'm going to have you visit the library. Summon shade assassin. Targets rare enemy ranks? Yo. I did not know that was a spell. FYI. I was just looking for the one that summons like 5 shades instead of 1. That rules. You also have a Crown of Golden Mastery. Somebody has a Wizard of the Golden Dawn. But are they a gold wizard? I don't actually think they are. No, these guys are dawn wizards. So you need to get the basic iron wizards and then level them up, and they become one of 3 elements. You have a mouse hanging in your fridge, literally? Do you have a pet snake? Like the magic tables. Have I seen gameplay of the new Resident Evil, or am I not interested? Oh, I'm very interested in playing the new Resident Evil, yeah. I won't play it on stream, probably, because it's extremely different to what we typically cover. But I love the Resident Evil series. It is like where some of my fondest memories are. I've spent a lot of time playing RE5 over the years. Which I know a lot of people are like, that's the worst Resident Evil. But those people are wrong. Actually, turns out, incorrect. I should probably kill this army, hey? It's not that good. The only thing is I would love to heal. But I don't think I'm going to have that opportunity. So let's just gut them. I don't know what this dragon is doing, but it should have a base. Want a metal wizard of the gold order. Yeah, yeah. There's more Mona. Stream be blessed. Yeah, she's hanging out on my lap, taking a nap. She rests her head on the desk and just like passes out, drools all over my keyboard mat. Which is pretty damn cute, if I'm gonna be honest. Alright, you're gonna build a Merc Guild and then an Adventurers Guild, but you don't have the gems. So why don't we go tack. Move that Guild Engineer over here as well. Pop him in. We can come over and we can take this stuff next. Just basically looking for more cloud cities. I could just go and attack these ones though. Which is not a bad idea. The sick thing about cloud cities is all you need is 5 archers to defend them. And that's it. Like, anything that attacks will get killed by 5 archers. It's crazy how good they are. So, sorry, lady. We're going to go over here, and you're going to drop off those other 50 dudes. And then you're going to teleport back here and go to Zaboria. Go get them, brigands. Yes. Rebuild my economy. Balsar Gelt's overrated. Yeah, who needs those gold wizards? I feel like there are a lot of these lightning kobold dragons around. I'm not so keen about that. Not when lightning is like our best attack. So that's against the pale ones. Ah, I see you too have long dead. But do you also have chain lightning ballistas? Dude, these rule. These are really good. I'm kind of wondering what would happen if I just built an army of like 20 lightning spool ballistas. Obviously, it wouldn't do much to, like, storm giants and white kobolds, but against pale ones and Bakemono? I got a feeling it would decimate. I don't even know if I need a front line. I'd probably build only Pikeneers so they always stood at least 2 away. Dude, the endless spam of Long Dead also is really, really funny. I like how that my hero has just become a necromancer. Oh, this is fun. A group of heroes went to go fight this dragon. They scared it. They didn't kill it, though. But they also didn't give it any items, so... A Vine Whip for 46 gold. Entanglement. Range 1. It's not a very good weapon. Soft weapon. Armor counts double. It's not a very good weapon. What's up with butts anyway? Best vampire fact I have. Bram Stoker might not have been Vlad Tepes. Might not have ever heard of him. Despite being called Dracula and the vampire being from Transylvania, he might have actually been inspired by an Irish lord. I have heard that. Yeah. Fun fact, vampirism is an ancient myth from ancient times. Fun fact, it's mostly about women being horny. That's like the plot of Dracula. It's like, watch out, women be horny. And that just scared a lot of men. Which is pretty funny. Which I think is pretty damn funny. Because men can be dumb. And it's a great case in point. Hey, my Cloud Hamlet. My Cloud Hamlet. Oh, mercy. All right, well, we killed the dragon. That was pretty good. And we killed that pale one army. I would also say pretty good. Those thieves just attacked the Demi-Lich. What, are they crazy? Okay, what's going on? Why are there so many dragons? Feels like the number of dragons has really just like exponentially been going up in the last couple of turns. Wonder what your guild engineers and alchemists can come up with on tier 3. I know. I don't think anything. The alchemists we can already make tier 3 for some reason. I don't understand the logic behind it, but they can make alchemical catapults, and at tier 3 they can make alchemical trebuchets. But I think you have to be the Baron for that. The engineers, no clue. Not a clue. Hopefully more than decimate, 10%, not that much. True. Thank you for your pedanticisms. Long Dead per turn summon items can technically make a bigger Long Dead army than a Necromancer. I'd believe that for sure. I imagine putting it on a Necromancer, like if you had a Demi-Lich with that crown and like the spell summon Long Dead, you'd just be able to make an insane amount. With that crown and that pocket Lich. Which is very funny to think of, like, hey man, I heard your Lich likes Liches, so I put a Lich in the pocket of your Lich so that your Lich can make more Liches. Time to do Arc created it and the mouse moved to the fridge. Interesting vampire fact, the Vatican set up the equivalent of Project Blue Books, but for supernatural stuff. The standing orders to state that anything suspected of being a vampire needs to be reported to the Vatican immediately so they can dispatch a team to investigate. That's kind of fun. All right, how'd this bandit do against the Demi-Lich? Which, now I can see, what do you have? You have Soul Drain the entire battlefield. Wow, that's a good spell. You have Invulnerability. Okay, that's pretty good. You have Banefire. And then Reanimation. Summon one Soulless. Get 'em, boys! Feeble-minded. It didn't work! What a surprise. Good try, Brigands, though. I like that those Brigands were like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go rob this crypt. We heard there's a Demi-Lich in there, but I bet that's a myth. Let's go see what it's all about. And then these adventurers were like, we're gonna go fight this greater demon. Oh, Christ. With a star ruby, so he's got level 3 pyromancy. No, sir. I don't think this will go well for you. What do you have? It looks like you have little pants on or something. You totally have an item. Oh yeah, there you go. Demon Whip. That was cool. What was that? Golden Bow. Oh! Falling Fire. Burst 25. 1 to 6 fire damage. Uh-oh. I talked a lot of game about these archers earlier. Apparently, I talked too much game about those archers earlier. Well, what Cloud City was that? This one. Well, I better make 2 sets of archers in each of these Cloud Cities if that's the case. Because they almost won that. What are you doing, Storm Dragon? Are you're just napping? You're stupid though, right? Yeah, you're dumb as bricks. All right, I'm gonna take these libraries. Let's go after the demonologist. Meow, 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 meow. What are you doing, Frass? You have 2 massive boats. Could you start summoning mariners every single turn and filling your boats with them? Yeah, I think that's what I want you to do. Oh, an elder dragon. Oh, good. 242 HP. That thing's got 3 heads. Oh, man. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. 10 MR, 4 armor? How'd you guys get that? You know what? Don't answer. I don't want to know. That's gonna kill me, for sure. You know what, man? I need gems. I can't believe this. I'm buying gems after selling them for so long. Also, my front line here is kind of dwindling. Spearmen, Pikeneers, Zweihanders, Gadrick the Sage. Plus a scout. Meow 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 meow. Sorry, I've really been losing my mind lately. Right, and we need gems to do any of that spooling. If we wish to spool anybody. You know what? These kobolds are... There's a lot more of them than I was kind of like, the kobolds are not the threat. And now I'm like, there's a god-awful lot of dragons on this map. And while I feel like the pale ones don't have any bases, I feel like the kobolds have a lot of hatcheries. Why does a dragon need 3 heads? I don't know. Eating, breathing fire, talking to the princess? I suppose. Undead myths in general were mostly about the fact that bodies, gums, and skin recede, making it look like there's teeth and nails grown. The Black Death causing lots of bodies to be burned badly. Blood libel, yeah. 3-headed dragon might be Slavic. Maybe, maybe. Something snowballing? Nah. Uh-oh. My guild! Well, that's what I get for taking everybody out of it. Real talk, though. I probably can't stop them if they come for Shark Bay. Meow, 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 meow. What'd you get? Oh, Athlete's Halberd on evasion. That's avoid 25%? Yeah. You have mass combustion, earth meld, and sleep, regeneration, and toughness. Ooh. And strength? Yeah, man. You're a nice little Megas. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, he can build liquid fire dispensers. That's the other thing he can do. Which are pretty funny. Look. What? Oh, this guy sucks. He has 2 different luck spells. One strikes 5, the other bursts 9. I guess. Yeah, it's so funny I didn't bring any siege equipment with these guys, considering that they have heavy armor. Be really nice if I had. I know I have to go cap that Cloud City back, but I also just want to finish exploring. Yeah, we'll beat that army. The Olms can't have too many guys left. I hope. Bum 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 boom boom ba doom 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 doom. Now we'll just keep buying gems. You know what? I had a thought earlier, which was like, how many gems do I sell a turn? And I was like, oh, it must be double my gem income. No, man, it's the amount of trade I have. My brain is really figuring things out like 2 hours later right now. It's funny that these Bakemono are flying around so many ships, but not landing any of them. But I have noticed the computer doesn't seem to know how to land anything properly. I lost 1 heavy infantry. Nice. A crater. 5 gems? Dude, I hope that Assassin Ghost gets that for me. I had an event recently in another playthrough where a Void Cultist built a floating cube over a crater, which I did not know was something that could happen. Aha, and I've talked about doing this for a very long time, because a Griffin Lord can just fly over all these mountains and grab all this stuff really quickly. You're gonna grab a couple of crossbows. You're gonna build a Merchant's Guild and then a Banker's Guild next turn. Not that I need the Banker's Guild, but I might as well. Shoot, sorry, I needed to build Mariners here. That's a nasty army. It'd really suck if I did cold damage, but I don't. I do lightning damage. That's kind of interesting. These guys can make like fire armies, which take extra damage from cold, but then they can also make these like cold resistant armies. Do we still have Agartha? Yep. They never did take that back. I don't know what these guys have for bases anymore. I think they have this outpost and maybe King's Pride, but I'm starting to get the feeling that like we could maybe knock the Pale Ones off. Does anybody need to study in this library? I don't think so, no. Libraries don't get trade. Oh, you're over a cloud. Over the sky, I mean. You're going to be exhausted. Landing is easy. Aim at land and go full speed. It's like the old flying is easy. You just have to aim at the ground and miss. No problem. Not like they could be holding half the map, which we have no line of sight to. There's a lot of mysteries, that's for sure. 1 heavy infantry killed, taking the Crystal Tower. And the gem deposit. Oh, just some brigands. Lots of mercs up for sale right now, which you know I love to see. Boop, 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 boop. There's so many hills here. I'm thinking about doing the same thing with that Griffin Captain. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, there's a couple of mines down here as well. I think a dragon lives in one of these. I'm suddenly having a flashback to getting dragoned. Cloud Village, Crowd Graveyard. Graveyard? Okay, that's a very easy to kill Olm Sage, so I'd be a fool not to take that kill. Not enough gold. Who's spending all my gold on gems? Huh. If I fly over a lake, do I drown? If you're using melee-only troops, you can't actually go over a lake. So I wonder, will I get fatigued? If so, this is a very useful place to hide out. I think what we need to do is we need to try and get another teleporter in the enemy backlines. Like, honestly, if I could take that King's Castle and set up a Sage's Guild there. We'd start having, like, brigands and adventurers all just piling out of it. Orcs is the bestest. This is true. Demi-Lich is demi-liching menacingly. That is also very true. 2 heavy infantry killing those pale ones. Brigands have managed to kill enough guys to take over Fog Tower. This is the Cobalt Stronghold. Interesting. A grave robber. Didn't we discover another graveyard somewhere? There's the mausoleum, yes, but I can't get in there. There's a graveyard here. Well, that was an abrupt pause. Also, not the soundtrack I've been listening to. Dude, I love when YouTube is just like, what if we just changed... You have this this nice playlist you have on shuffle and loop, and instead, we're just gonna not keep you in that playlist at all. We're gonna start playing something else entirely. Who knows if it's safe for stream? Not us. What are these guys? They're ethereal. And these guys have 90 HP and 3 armor. You have a moonstone. Moon magic and night magic. For the priest kings. Elixirs. Base 15 damage. I don't know about this. I'd like to get a bit of siege so I could get 15 rounds of free bolter fire on them. I actually can't move anyways, so... So hold on to your butts. That one's going to be a mystery for us. I'm going to try to go through here, scout this out, and then go down to that graveyard. Yeah, you got tired swimming over that lake. You're a dragon, but you don't own this mine. You might own that mine, but I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Map of Pandemonium. Man, we have so much knowledge of Inferno already. I'm not sure I see a need to kill these dragons. All they're going to do... I guess they do keep this income, which is not great. I could use the income and the iron and gems. I don't think that's a good fight. I don't think I have nearly enough mages with Soul Slay for that. 10 MR. Are you like immune to things as well? Fire resistant, poison resistant. Causes dread. Recruitment chance boost for shamans, sorcerers. Ooh. And black kobolds. I have to get rid of you. You're buffing those kobolds a lot. What's the likelihood he'll come attack me in a tower? Have to? Yes, kind of. Can? Yeah. That is also how I am feeling about it. Star Ruby. Those guys are right above the Desert Palace. And Swintown, which has an engineer's guild. Hamlet, Coastal Hamlet. Coastal Hamlet. Iron Mine, Pyramids. I am exhausted swimming over the lake. Should have went there. That was a mess up. Brigands are going after the dragons. Some guild stalkers moving around as well. See if I can secure Fog Tower up there. Would be good just for, literally for vision. Mariners are marinating. Well, they didn't kill this dragon? I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. Shocked. Now. They did do pretty well here. They ambushed a Bakemono and an unexpected hero. The funny part about this, though, is that the ambush actually goes against them because they have short bows, so they would have done much better if they hadn't ambushed. They might have actually won that if they hadn't ambushed. That's a pretty big army, though. 18. Well, that's a bust. Got killed by ghosts. A spirit eye. In our Cloud City, we have a Cloudfolk Elder. This is the other iron mine here, right? Oh my god, there's another dragon in here. Arcane Storm Dragon. Okay, so... I understand. So dragons live in mines, but unless there is also a cobalt hatchery in that mine, it is not a siege location. They are just like a roaming army that lives in there. Okay. I can work with that. Nope. Walked into something. We're gonna take those villages. We're mariners. Do you have a cartographer? Yep. Guild alchemist, but only level 1. We can level him up. Do you guys have an alchemist? No. Blunt resistance. I might as well start building you an army if this is the case. I'm falling apart over here. Oh my god. Ah. I have a Megas. What if I started building? You're not immune to electricity. What if I start building ballistas and spooling them up? You know what? I'm gonna give this mage pilot. No, I'm gonna give this cartographer a spirit eye, because I think that's kind of badass. Spirit sights instead. I'm gonna fly you there over the sea. I want you to get that crater for me because it's worth a ton of gems. Bum, 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 bum. You know, I really can't decide on this. You're my last guy. Hey, I'm gonna save this one. Either this is gonna go fine, or I'm gonna get wiped out. I'd rather not get wiped out, so let's take a little looky-loo. Hey, the Baron. We haven't seen him all game. Oh, how did they know I was there? Need to take Agent out at the back and old yellow him. Old Yeller. That's obviously a win. This is the one I want to watch. We do summon a lot of long dead. Which could buy me some time. Or could get electrocuted by my own lightning spools. Lightning spools definitely have a fair bit of friendly fire to them. That archery does not feel good. Those meteors do, though. Those meteors feel really nice. What was that just hit you? Earth meld. Which does what exactly? Earth Gripped. Can't do anything until it breaks free. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I guess they have their 2 casters right here. Sleepy Time casters. All right, we're through most of the big guys. Now it's onto the ethereal guys who have life drain. Oh, God. But they're pretty vulnerable to lightning spells. And they're not immune to arrows. And they're definitely not immune to being hit with meteors. Dude, our homie is pushed all the way to the back. He's summoned so many undead and giant moose that he's not even in the fight. This seems fine. I mean, we've lost some troops, yes, absolutely, but all things considered. 8 swordsmen, 9 pikeneers, 7 halberds, couple heavy infantry. Yo, no problem. I got a moonstone, an amulet of anti-magic, and an elixir of health. My grave robber got wrecked. No surprise there. You're going to start building an army. You're going to start recruiting ballistas. Ballisters. And you're going to start spooling them up. See, that demi-lich is up to his old tricks again. Stealing all my stuff. Alright, so my front line here is getting pretty haggard. And I don't really have anywhere to recruit in this area. Let's go all the way back to Nardago. Man, this part of the map is suck butt. King's Pride is the closest recruitment station. No, I guess that is what it is. I really should not be doing this with a merchant prince, but I'm too stupid to learn my lesson. Put an admiral down here too. All right, we're gonna take that crater. Oof, oof. Okay, they own both of those. Feel like acid cloud is not a good idea if you're going to be on a boat. I feel like that's how you sink your own boats. But I'm willing to try it. Use some dice rolling commands up in here so we can fight each other. It's not a bad idea, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if there is like an exclamation mark fight command that I have turned on. Stare at each other menacingly. You have the underground. Spire to the east land leads to your cloud city. It does, but you can only recruit cloud units in a cloud city. You can't recruit regular units. Which is both good and bad. Cloud units are nice because they're all ethereal, but they also only have pikes. So, like, these guys can get shredded pretty quickly. You know what they do all have is shock resistance. Interesting. God damn it. Lousy good-for-nothing ghosts. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you kids and your meddlesome ghosts. Oh, you know what, man? Well, let's explore up here. You need, like, more troops, so I'm just gonna put Zweihammers and crossbows up here, just in case. Yeah, man, the Pale ones still have a lot of cities. They've got the Troll Pit up north as well. I think they kind of just own, like, the center of the map. No, my adventuring guild. The demonologist seems to be like way too preoccupied taking a bunch of territory for me for no good reason to actually like do anything of value. No cameras are invited. Double dragon, how about triple dragon? Oh man, I put so many gems into him. Wow, we didn't do very well here at all. Oh, that makes sense. They have a bunch of flying red dragon spawn. Cool. They fly, they have halberds and fire breath? Dude, kobolds are better than I give them credit for. The elder dragon has attacked my adventuring guild. Mist of Confusion, Visions of Dread, Colors Play, and Displacement. Which isn't really clear exactly what it does, but... Dude, that dragon wrecked me there. Forest fires have started everywhere. No problem. Sounds like a druid issue to me. So what's interesting about this is the dragon did attack a settlement. Which leads me to understand he is interested in attacking settlements. Which is something I can work with. You're gonna need more ballistas, homie. Alright, what is my plan here with this guy? It's a silver mine. I'm just gonna fly up here, probably cap that library. This stuff is like good for the Griffin Lord to get, I think. It's way too much of a pain for anybody else to get up through there. Kind of same deal up here. If I could get a Griffin Lord up at Fort Hope. got some nice loot. Not that big an army. Want the fire? Mitre of Splendor? Splendor! Splendor? Splendor? Splendiferous. Oh, there. You also have that, do you? Alright, okay. You're a single Griffin Lord, so I don't know. You don't have a very good plan here, but... $61 units. What is it, 80? Alright, so you're getting to your Mariner cap. You guys are fighting... Man. I do really appreciate that your bandits and your adventurers are like, man, we'll take on anything. You don't even worry about it. We'll fight a dragon, even though maybe we'll put one arrow in them. They are pretty baller. Stole my meteor pit. Background music super confused me because I'm playing Divinity 2. I was like, wait a minute, that's Baldur's Gate 3 music? Again, why is Baldur's Gate music playing? I have this playlist on repeat. It's only meant to be outward. I'm so scared that they're going to put on some DMCA music and I'm going to get flagged on it. Which, frankly, I don't need. All right, buddy. You're going to stick up there. You're going to spool up another ballistas. I am going to leave and try to get back to Hyperbachi. And then I think I'm just going to sit there and see if that dragon will come attack me. An oasis. Now, an oasis has trade, which means I can actually build a guild here as well. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. A thieves guild here would kind of be nice. Do I go for this coastal hamlet? I think I'm going to. Kobold Lair. Oh, so that has to be their home base. I see. I know there's Bakamono up here. But I kind of got to come back and rebuild this army. Yeah, I'm down a lot of heavy infantry. Not a lot in the way of crossbowmen. I got Zweihanders, Pikeneers. I have guild mercenaries here now that we can take too. It's tricky because our armies have to be so slow just to keep these spools with them, but the spools make them so powerful that it's kind of hard not to. Like the only other thing we really have is griffins. And I'm not sure that the I guess I'm not really sure like how to blend griffins into our armies yet. One catapult for 55 gold. All right. Spool that up. You left 2 ballistas behind. Are you serious? Now we got to go back. Yeah, it's a lot of kobolds. Do we know where that is? Rainbow Cloud Tower. Yeah, okay. We're going to hop to there. You know what? I should burn down this ancient forest while I'm here and probably take that iron mine as well. So we can do that. Ever had a D&D moment where a low-end character resists mind control? Absolutely, yeah. DMCA, pretty sure it's YMCA, boomer. Yada. Yeah, might as well throw on a catapult there. These guys have been a master alchemist, so. I feel like I'm getting a surprising not a lot of mages on recruitment. Especially considering how many sages guilds we have. Good old Nat 1, yep. Don't know what Divinity 10 is. Divinity Original Sin 2 is another game, yeah. Oh, I see, I see. I see what you're saying. Trap on a set of stairs, trigger trap, stairs turn into a slide into a magma-filled pit. Party gets a save to stop themselves sliding, grabbing the edge of the pit. Rogue rolled back-to-back Nat 1s. Ooh. That is tough. That's not an easy, the easy one for a rogue to take. Oh, am I going to go back here and get those ballistas? You know I am. Can't believe that. So stupid. Couple of kobolds here at this tower. You know what? I think I'm going to try to explore up here. This is the Baron, right? Yeah, the Baron is still alive. That's incredible. I don't know how he has been holding up. I think just the fact that his keep is like right in the corner. But I do love that. You're going to fly over there. Yeah, you're going to kill these guys. Now, I was going to fly over there, but I ain't so sure about that anymore. Seems like kind of a dangerous choice. $71 units. 75 units. Where did I say I needed another Griffin Lord? Up here. Thieves Guild, Apothecaries Guild. I also clearly need to bring a Guildmaster up there, but... Finished playing Monster Hunter for now. Got a bunch of chicken and frog monsters. Nice, nice. Did those, Oh, come on, Dragon. Why you do this to me? My poor Griffin wasn't bothering anybody. He was just stealing all your economy. I'm getting hit all over. Oh. This is nice. Some questing adventures, taking on a Chunari and some Tengu weapon masters. Oh, yeah. That's what I like to see, baby. This doesn't go well. One Griffin Lord did a quarter of that dragon's health. And then that Griffin Lord got killed by 4 ghosts. And then this Griffin Lord killed 3 grizzly bears. Boy, I don't know what to make of this. I feel like they're really taking me for a tailspin here. All right, babies, we're spooled up. This is my actual army, yeah. Grab all this. You're gonna chop and burn. And then grab that iron mine. No, thank you. And I believe... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we're ready to go to sea. I have 65 mariners. Let's go kill this King Triton first. Basically, I'm just sailing these guys around to kill the Bakemono. No! I could go for that deserted port with 65 mariners. No, you know what? There's all this like resources out here, and all these resources are really good because they scale off of my void pilots. So I would actually like to kill them all. Got this nasty looking Bakemono group up in the top left as well here. I love how I built a Griffin Lord to be like, you're going to stay down at Shark Bay and keep this stuff captured. And then I've immediately just sent him on an adventure to his death. Does he get a charge bonus of some kind? He does. Yeah. Yeah. So do the... Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boo. The Griffins. So they get lance charge once per battle, 1 to 16. 1 to 15 on these guys. He did 25 damage, so he must have crit. But it's still pretty good. How big is this army? Not big at all. Not big at all. Fight me! Fight me, you coward! I gotta buy some gems. You can't move, but I have taken a lot of the economy now on this side. My goal of collecting all this stuff is so far working out okay. Now, are all my adventurers going to go to sea, and then the seas melt and they all drown? I think that's pretty likely. And I don't like it. You guys didn't do very good. Ooh, Staff of Lightning. You can't level up at a library. That kind of sucks. You also can't wield weapons, which I didn't realize. I think I'm going to summon Himbo, the Pegasus Lord. Just because I'd like to have a fast army of Pegasi. Really useful for garbage like that. You know what, man? I got another Griffin Lord. I guess I'll just summon him down here. Give this Staff of Lightning to probably this Alchemist Magus. And I'm gonna level you up. What spells do you get? Chain Lightning, Thunder Ward. Interesting. Interesting. Level you up so you can take that stuff. Take our libraries back. Take that back. What do you have? A firebrand? Okay. Trying to meet up with him. You keep doing your thing. $45 units in that cloud army now. If I can get it to, I'm probably going to say 80 is when I'll start using it. Just because I'd like it to be able to, like, continuously steamroll without taking any damage. Probably just do, like, 20 pikemen. 60 archers? Yeah. Honestly, for Cloud Army, kind of worth it. I'm going to put a second Lord in there as well. Yeah, that's not good. Why are you coming up here? I'm scared. Buying everybody I can. Steal these back. See what they do. So I'm just going to have this guy join in the squad. We'll give him the Frostbrand. Shouldn't be too bad if I can ever get up there. This crater is worth 5 gems, which is like just a heck of a lot. I know I'm trying to leave that guy around though, so I'm going to try really hard not to move him. But oh, I guess you have to go pick up all these wizards. I'm realizing. There's so many of these like little tiny spots that I'm like, now the Academy of Magic could be in any one of those. Pegasus Lords for move and less cost might be better for lone scouting. Yeah. I think definitely for running around and grabbing like this stuff from tiny armies, the Pegasus Lords will work really well. Because I mean, the Griffins are like, they're mean, right? They do serious damage. This Hag Fighter, Hag Knight and a fighter got killed. This looks like everybody died. They did. Harmony. A map of the underworld. Yeah, I do want them Pegasus Riders. Probably just 10 would be fine. Can you believe this cat's coming to visit us again today? She just can't get enough. She's like, I don't understand. You've been on the couch just like a corpse the last couple of days. Why are you not there now? 1, 2, 3. You can't get any further. You're gonna pass, you're gonna pass. You're gonna grab all these libraries. Sugar snap peas. Maybe he won't try it. He'd lose a lot of units. That's the thing, right? Like these Griffins would do some serious damage. He might decide that trade's not worth it. Map of Coquitos. You got a Griffin Rider. Why don't you get a Griffin Rider? You're going to explore even more of Infernus. Irongate Castle, Fort Gluttony. The Oven of Sins. Cool. Can't wait till the one day we finally get down there. See what it's all about. Yeah, alrighty. Hag Fighter sounds like a new type of internet goon, like a white knight, yeah. But I want to know where a guaranteed tier 3 library is. I know there's some on the Outer Plains. I think there might be one in the Void as well. But, you know, insanity. Curse you, dragons. You've made a fool of me once again. Not that that's very difficult to do. Honestly, I tend to make a fool of myself on a pretty regular occasion, but Oof. They killed one goblin with an assassin. And then they just got absolutely owned. Man, we were doing okay there for only having, 5 crossbowmen. It's very funny watching them try. They try so hard and get so far, but in the end, it never really matters. God, ambush. Now, what I can do is I can actually leave all my ballista here and my heavy infantry. Then I can just kill you. And that, good man, is precisely what I am going to do. Now, there's a hero available for recruitment. Do you think perhaps it is time I built an army in the south? I do believe it may be. Crown of the False World, Maya Manipulation +1. I think this is the monkey people. And constant mirror images. You're going to take them. You're going to take 10 swordsmen. You're going to take 5 Zweihanders. Or 12 halberdiers. Let's take the halberdiers. Oh, the sneezes are endless. 20 crossbowmen. And then we'll start building you up. It's going to take a while. You can grab this, and then head that way. You gotta wait until they leave. Yay! They didn't kill me. That's some good news for once. He's going to have to come back down to that unexpected hero. That's where that rock is. How are you guys doing for healing? Oh, you're actually fine. You've lost an eye and you have a death wish, but that's kind of badass. I'd like to know what these 2 locations are, but obviously if pink went anywhere, it's probably towards those 2 iron mines. I'm going to pause here. Grab that. Go for that. There's deep sea gem deposit out there too. So many Bakimonos. My adventurers just attacked the Baron's castle. Good luck. Okay, we know where those worms are now. I feel like I'm running a lot of their armies just around in circles. Oh, yeah, this is the small Bakamoni army. Just gutted them. Didn't lose a single guy. The Baron's Castle. It didn't get past the ballistas. Uninitiated the Metal Order. Oh my god. That's actually someone we need. Oh, sorry. That, Pegasus has 4 moves. 2 Cloud Hamlets, okay. Archers and Pikeneers. Let's level this guy up right away. He becomes an Adept of the Iron Order. So he has Iron Shower, Fortune, Iron Spear, and Luck. I think... Who has that Iron Helm? Not you guys. That's my other army. Got the one bit of the army I left behind. Perhaps I'm leaving it for that unexpected hero to run into. It's slow, so I can't move as fast with them. Perhaps that was my plan all along. I have 2 shovels of the Mole King? Interesting. You have an Alchemist's Mortar. You should probably give that to the Alchemists. Who look like... Do we not have an Alchemist in this party? Are you joking me? Guild Magus. Guild Magus. I don't have an Alchemist in here? You're an Alchemist, aren't you? Alchemist Magus. You have Alchemy, right? Yeah, you do. Get over here. You're coming with us, buddy. This guy's got a scroll of Infernal Paths and a scroll of Pandemonic Paths. I believe that's 2 different teleporters into hell. Which we do have explored pretty well. Alchemy level 3. Interesting. I didn't know that. So even though he is not a level 3 alchemist, because he has this item, he could, at a level 3 library, study it. That's pretty good. He can also now double cast regeneration and toughness, which is very, very good. This guy can stay here. This lore master. Guess you can come with us. So I need like quite a lot of troops. $20 of them. No, let's go all of them. 40 guild mercenaries. 20 crossbows. Yeah, that feels smart. I like that. Oh, I also have mariners. I have how many mariners? 19. So I'm actually not going to take those crossbowmen then. I just kind of need some heavy infantry here, and that's about it. Can you deselect slow units? No. There are 2 ballistas here. Couple of Bakemono there. Come now to protect that stuff. You guys are going to go after them. You're going to grab that. You need 1 more round of them. Good, 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 good. All right, so he is there, and you are there. And that's a cobalt hatchery. This is a cobalt hatchery of just red kobolds. Definitely, we could take that out. But then he could go like 1, 2 and take us out. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to kill these snakes. Just because I'm trying to figure out what the heck else is going on over here. And I might make a play for King's Pride, but I think probably I have to keep this army over here. I think there's too much we're trying to get done. So we got Spearmen, Pikeneers, Archers, and Boku more Pikeneers. That's a pretty full city. Yeah, that could probably use like 10 Pikeneers. Can anybody use 40 Pikeneers? That's the real question. Okay. We're going to take that scout. You're going to take 20 Pikeneers. I'm out of gold. Wow. Okay. Let's stop buying gems. Let's see how we do here. AI's not actually suicidal. Sounds like a hire to me. I don't know, man. The AI makes some pretty bad choices sometimes. Have you seen, case in point, all of our brigands and mercenary companies? Because if there's one thing they love to do, it's run full speed into a fight they cannot possibly win. No, I will say the computer is better at not doing that. The stupid trade is different. I suppose that's true. Though I'm not really seeing the dragons do it either. Now, the one thing I didn't think about here is whether or not they can sink my boat. Yeah, acid darts would probably do it. Forward starboard bow takes 3 points of damage. Bow takes 4 points of damage. Just take 900 damage. Wow, yeah, okay. What do you have? A wand of fear. Nice. The ship did not sink. And we got a wand of fear out of it. Cool. Rating on the last of your soldiers. Yeah. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough for me. God dang it. Gosh darn it. 5 more swordsmen. We need 5 more here. Which I think I'm just going to purchase. So that's 20 swordsmen, 20 pikeneers, 10 halberds, crossbows, and mariners. One ice druid over here with a flame spear. I feel like there are probably more guys out here that I can't see. A gold stream. Okay, that's kind of nice. Unexpected hero with dwarven shoes. You guys can't wear shoes. I'm just gonna take that mine for right now. Don't understand. It started playing Oblivion music. It's still in the playlist. YouTube just is playing whatever it wants today. It's not following any of the rules. Why have you taken so much damage, Pegasus Rider? Yeah, I'm going to focus on letting those guys scout. And then very quickly, 1, 2, 3. We'll go take them out next turn. Just gonna grab that for now. Grab that. Probably have to kill that great shark. All right. I think that spawn roaming armies actually have a target they aim for. Not that they can beat it, but they just aim for it. I could see that. It does feel like even armies on the map have a target, right? Because like you'll see them go off to do something, and then if you take like a back territory, there's kind of a calculation happening when it's like, oh, they're like, oh, which way do we want to go? What are we interested in stealing right now? It's very hard pitting everybody against each other. Ooh. Oh, you guys did terrible again. They keep going up against those Olms and just getting wrecked. One apothecary for 45 gold. Add a spell scroll. Bit of a waste on them. Shock resistance. I think this should be fine. Because if my units are ethereal, yes, they have a lot of archers, but I feel like if they can't really hit me, I'll be okay. We're gonna attack that shark. All right. You're going to show up, take that Guild Magus, that Hedge Mage with a Firebrand that's going to go to... I don't know, that guy. You're going to take this Windmaster, this Dark Wizard, who's got the Crown of Golden Mastery. And that Lore Master. You're also going to take that Spool. And 2 Alchemical Catapults. Do you have an Alchemist? No. You could have an Apothecary, though. You already have an Apothecary. Acid Cloud and Poison Cloud. Yeah. Alright, you could have 2 Apothecaries, I guess. Poison Resistance and Disease? Alright, sure, why not? You are missing some heavy infantry, so let's just stock that back up. We'll go a little over, seeing as they tend to die pretty quickly. And I tell you what else you could take is Guild Mercenaries. Get rid of all those archers. 20 crossbowmen and 40 Guild Mercenaries. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You're a mean army now. Let's go take this Cloud Castle. Now. Okay, I needed to see what was here. Dude, I could... there's no ranged units here. It's only spearmen that do at most 3 damage. I'm gonna do it. In theory, if they can only do 3 damage, and I have 3 armor, they can't do damage to me. Now, that is a in theory, but... it's a theory I'd like to see how it holds up. Interesting. The Demonologist is pushing up a little bit here. I think he's got a problem because he's just like so obsessed with me down here, he doesn't know how to actually progress. $300 units here. All right, let's throw some spearmen and archers up there. Do got to make sure my homies pick up those spools on the way back. I'm starting to be like, okay, well, how do I start knocking out players now? It's like, is it best to go for a citadel, you know? I think the Demonologist, I could literally just take a citadel and he's done. That's just crushed. I'm not losing anybody in that fight. In the deep sea, 1 pike and air dies to the great shark. That's fine. At King's Pride, I will say they are doing more damage than I expected, but they still ain't doing much. Been a battle in Cloud City. Oh, yes. Wow, a lot of big fights this round. Oh, come on, archers. Start shooting back. pikemen can start attacking now. I'm not so sure about this, actually. They're getting so much cover from the high ground. I think I underestimated these guys. Yeah, we lost that for sure. Well, I only killed 6. Wow, that's pretty bad. That's pretty rough. I don't feel so good about that one. Gotta tell you, not feeling so good about that one right about now. That was a lot of archers. Over confidence. Why? Hey, look! This guy's delivered a magic lamp and an alchemist's mortar to me. How very polite of him. I'll be happy to take that off his hands. Okay, I think you have the moment you need to come up here and upgrade this Thieves Guild. Oh my god, you don't know how to cast Thieves Guild. Of course you don't. Now, I can put a spearman in here. Gotta put a catapult in there, even though I don't really like doing that. There's a free ballista in that place. I want to go back and take that. Assassin, skilled mage, grave robber. Where are those sky graves? No easier to reach. I am still also thinking about building 8 million ballista in one settlement. You have a Morning Star of Strength. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. How about you give that over to the assassin? 5 HP, 1 strength. Magic negates shields? I guess. You perform a ritual of mastery to get mass combustion, fortune, and earth grip. That assassin can actually join in the fight there. Why not? Obviously, I did so good with this Griffin army. I'm wondering about taking out this Cobalt layer. He's got a few other guys in here, but not really many. These guys do basically 4 damage. Slingers do basically 0. You have a red Cobalt King in here. Level 3 pyromancy. That is a different story. I could take this. And I could put an arcane guild in Valgard. That'd do it. That would do it. This grave robber is just going to head out that way. I guess you're going to get ambushed. Damn. Damn. Well, my greed has gotten the better of me. And now I am to lose 6 Storm Spool ballistas. So you better start working on more of them, buddy. Do griffins burn? I think so. I think if you hit a griffin with the comet, it's probably going down. They do have like 45 HP. Which is admittedly pretty good. They fled. I don't lose any of them. Not yet, at least. This is good. We lose 1 guy here. To be honest, I'm not sure what to. Just too many crossbows. These Pokemon will get trashed, and we get an Alchemist's Mortar out of it. Our crossbowmen do not beat this dragon. I know that's very surprising. That we could lose to an Elder Dragon that badly, but turns out it happens. You're going to take Tygos. You're going to take... '20s Y-Headers. 20 swordsmen, 20 halberdiers, 20 pikemen. I'm not going to use heavy infantry in this guy's army because he's got to go over the mountains, and honestly, it is just hell going over the mountains. Let alone coming around the mountains when she comes. You there, boy. What day is it? Why, it's Christmas Day, sir. Spool that ballista. Do you have one of these guys? You do. He's a backup. That's pretty nice. Upgrade that assassin skilled. Unexpected hero. How unexpected. This guy is going to join in with you. Now, you're just using this, which gives you armor bonus 1 and 1 to 5 magic damage. This would give you HP, strength, 1 to 10, magic, negate shield. I feel like that's a better option. You also have a gem of concentration, which you absolutely do not need. So let's give that to, like, the Dark Mage, who has a Ring of Evasion, who you could very much use. That's weird. Wonder why his stuff messed up like that. You've picked up a magic lamp. You've got a magic lamp. Well, let's give them both to those guys then. You have an alchemist's mortar, which should go to our alchemist. So now we have a level 4 guy here. You have a wooden sword for magic resistance. Golden Mastery we do not have. Mona again. Hello. Sarah, how we doing? How long left? 5-10 minutes? Yeah, that sounds about right. That tracks for timing. Who's this guy? This guy's also a guild magus. Let's get him down. He can join this crowd as well. Now we're rolling deep with this posse. We're gonna come down here. We're gonna attack this cloud castle. Libar, you're gonna take Noth with you, who's got a never healing chest wound. Oh, he's got diseases too. So I need to take Vanguard. That much is definite. Do you have a guild merchant? He died. That's right. I got cocky with him up here and he got himself killed. Kitty cat stream. It's been a non-stop kitty cat stream today, honestly. Hey, Momo. Mod free all this time. Could have rescued the dark chocolate. My closet's full of Terry's chocolate oranges, you fool. And quality street chocolates. I don't have any good quality chocolates in my house. I would eat them all if I did. Nice. Go, adventurers. Get ye into the wilderness. Okay, there's definitely a couple big kobold armies around, which I'm not too keen on. How am I gonna get a guild master over there? Pathetic. Ah, these ohms. Ooh, Dark Wizard. Alchemist's armor. That's kind of cool. We'll steal that. How many of these ballista are up for grabs? A lot of them. 8. Wow, okay. Maybe I should get this guy heavy armor. $40 crossbowmen. What do you have? 5 mariners, so we'll get up to 20 mariners, 40 crossbowmen, the thick front line, and I might actually take those ballista because he's gonna have to take the Desert Palace and the Citadel. Like, that's gonna be his main job. So as much as I was hoping that he would not have to deal with such chicanery, I believe the Canes have been chicanered. Okay, I'm doing an assassination contract. I'm doing it on the goblins. I'm going to try to upgrade this Alchemist's Guild if I can. Okay, I need to know where all my guys are. I am looking for guild princes. Pagobar is up north. That's Big Turg. You have a guild prince. There's no way for me to get in there. I could maybe come up along White Forest. But I'd arguably just as better off like teleporting this guy over to Pecoria and walking him over. Which at the rate things are going might be what has to happen. This Griffin army is meant to be patrolling around here. Though it doesn't really do good against Bakemono, so I don't know what that thought is. Okay, this should be easy enough to take. Let's stuff 20 pikeneers, 10 swordsmen, and some crossbows in this outpost. Oh. Interesting walls. So this is what the senator starts with. I never realized this. He doesn't actually have walls. He just has 2 towers. One might even say some sort of twin towers. I really do think that, like, probably capturing this area is the next big priority. Because then it's like we're backing them. We're backing them in more. This is such a dead zone in the center of the map. Like, there's just not a lot of recruitment places. And then this is going to be like the Baron, the Cultist, and the Bakemono are going to be largely fighting amongst themselves up here. The Baron doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. I honestly have no idea what's going on with him. So... Look at you with all these items. Thunder gauntlets. Ah, the Cobalt King is over here. Yes, I do believe I would like to kill him. I'd also like to take this tower, which seems like something that a bunch of flying griffins could do pretty easy. So I'm going to do that. You're going to walk right into an ambush. You can't walk to a siege. This army composition for you does not make a lot of sense. I could teleport him to Belcoria and then march up through Cobalt territory. This like Cobalt passive mountains would have a lot of big fights. There is the Cobalt Lair, there's Whitespring Keep, there's Fog Tower, a bunch of these are Dragon Lairs. And I could push up towards the King's Castle. It puts me on the Baron's doorstep is the only problem. What's ironic is like the Baron is in such a good position to take King's Castle and become king, which makes the Baron extremely powerful, but Capitalism incarnate or some naked pale boys? Map gen's gotten way more interesting since the game launched. Feels like every patch they tweak map gen somewhat. I agree. I've got there's one map I was playing on, and I think my Baron campaign, that the entire top left of the map was all different islands. They were all islands with individual ports on them, and there was like 5 of them. I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen something like it. Yeah, you're gonna go back, buddy. Also, you have more storm spools to pick up. Those are all guild ballistas. So, homie's got 10 storm spool ballistas. Yeah, he is ready to party for sure. Word, hello. Join Conquest of Elysium? I am, very much. I've been extremely addicted to it for the last couple of weeks. It has so many satisfying layers. It has occurred to me that the pale ones only have 2 cities left. We're about to take Cloud City, Cloud Castle. They don't own any of this. If I take Cloud Castle and then march this army south to Camel's Gate and the Pillar of Ghent, we'll knock the pale ones out of the game. Oh, we're gonna have to kill him a troll pit as well. But that's not too bad. There's like no barricades there. So maybe that's what this guy does. Oh, I could do that. You know what? We have we burnt a path through this forest. So we could actually walk up here, take Troll Pit, and then march over to Fisherman's Bay. It's gonna suck to do in the wintertime. But I actually think that's a path to victory right there. Because that would knock off Pink. And then if I took Fisherman's Bay, that's Bakemono. They'd only own like Fog Tower and White Spring Keep. The Cobalt are a little tricky because they're like they can turn any iron mine into a citadel. Basically. So like that counts as a citadel. But I don't actually think they have that much territory. Most of it is right here. That's the thing is like there's so few citadels in this part of the map. In the entire center, there's almost none. Now, they'll probably take something like King's Pride back, but looks a little like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 meets Total War, or is that way off? No, that's actually pretty close. I would say that that's not far. It's got really like asymmetric gameplay in that all the factions play super, super different. The way they fight, but also like what all their objectives are. Similar to like Total War Warhammer. Most people still have access to like human troops as a generic unit, but not all of them. Nice. Griffin Riders absolutely slaughtered this fight. Was kind of worried that catapult would do damage. Weapon missed because of flying. What? Griffins are immune to catapults? Or I should say flying units are immune to catapults? I mean, respect, like, not exactly easy to hit a griffin with a catapult. Got 98 units in that demon army. There's the 10 halberds I needed for this stack. Now I just need mariners. Could I beat this army? I think I could. What's this guy? He's only a level 2 demonologist. He starts with a demon knight and a grizzly bear. Got a bunch of bone devils. Scroll of Heavenly Ascension if we wanted to go to the heavens. Celestia. I don't really know how we do against demons. More kitty cat, yeah. She is non-stop today. I could take the 10 ballistas with us. Well, I don't think it would count as a siege, but I'd still have 10 ballistas. That would count up for the mariners. Let's give it a shot. You're going to take that. You're going to upgrade to an Alchemist's Guild and then a Alchemist's Mega Guild in there. One, two, three. Can't quite get there yet. Throw some archers and spearmen in there. Oh, grave robber. Are you ever going to get to that graveyard? I don't think you are. Okay, a bit more information about the sky. And then, so I said this guy's going to go up here. Which, yeah, I guess makes some sense to me. I'm going to have my Griffin Lord stay capping things. Something tells me those Tritons are going to go for that gem, so I'm just going to kill them. Keep our sea resources. No one's expecting that kitty cat inquisition. It's true. Facts. Our adventuring guilds are going after the kobolds in the east. And I think one? I think our brigands killed a bunch of kobolds. Interesting. That demonologist just killed my entire army. What am I missing about the demonologists? We've not yet fought him. Killed the Tritons. I thought this was going to be a relatively easy win. What does he have? Strength +2. Summon imps. Pain. You're not like a crazy spellcaster. He summons a demon knight who is fiery breath. And a bunch of guys are summoning zombies. Black Cloud, Disease 5. Ooh. Didn't realize those were all spellcasters. This guy had summoned shades as well. Love summon shades. Yeah, my front line got absolutely melted. Mostly from poison. You know the crazy part is I have a mod on called Quiet Summon Sounds and it's still this loud. Oh, dude, this was not even close. We just got absolutely dumpstered. Our crossbowmen did damage. Our Swyhanders did some. But in general, we did pretty bad here. Their swordsman got 16 kills. Spine Devils 16. Frost Fiends 19. Yuck. The worst part about that is I just gave 10 ballistas away. This is fun. It's a siege, so we get 15 rounds of crossbow fire. Okay, that's obviously not the guy who succeeded. Ah, these are the brigands who succeeded. Took out a tower full of kobolds. Nice. Huh. So this is the same demonologist. So I actually did kill a lot of his army. What's very weird is that these guys did not join in the attack. That they only showed up afterwards. Oh, they got attacked afterwards. Dang. Just gonna say that guy could have gotten an assassinate off. And instead he got nothing. Damn, damn, damn. That's rough. That was a real rough one, dudes. I don't know what I'm doing with you. Put you on sentry, probably. Not enough gold for the Cloud Castle. All right, I'm just going to keep moving. These guys are a bit wounded, but... Oh, you know what? These catapults and stuff will crush that. This is the real question, is do I want to use my griffins to attack these kobolds? They've got a Cobalt King here, Pyromancy level 3, so... I'm going to say probably not. I'm going to heal. Sounds do have a certain charm, yeah. There's something special about them. Okay. Have you scout out the corner of that map. You can go back to Fort Hope. You are mostly a scout. You're gonna go onto that swamp. And then we'll keep pushing. We still have this army from the north coming over and down. So I think what's going to happen is this guy's going to sweep right. There's 2 villages and a town here. And a mausoleum. So I could set up the Sages Guild in this town. Actually. Which effectively gives me a citadel because I can teleport to it. I also didn't realize there's a village here. Which I could also upgrade and put a Sages Guild in for teleports. So if I did like Sages Guild Mercenary and then, I don't know, Thieves Guild probably. Who knows what's here and here. We got some options. Okay, okay. Okay. These are all good for us. These are all fine trades. Nice. Those guys are fighting amongst each other. Maybe those Bakamono will join in as well. Huh. This is so funny, man. These brigands are on defense, and instead of staying behind the gate where they had bows, they ambush the kobolds outside and get killed. Oh, no, I'm wrong, actually. Sorry. They were not on defense. No, they were. No, I'm an idiot. And they had like a level 2 gate. That was the Crystal Tower. Here the demons attack us at another tower, but I think they're just gonna all get lit off fire. That's tough, man. Wow, that demon just like melted that place. We did get 9 kills. Couple of spearmen, couple of imps. Nothing too serious. I want to kill those guys so badly. You have all the lightning spools. Yeah, let's do it. If those guys have healed. I also have all the guild mercenaries here. The thing is, I could bring in the Griffin Riders. But these guys have a range of 12. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so if I go in any closer, like, they're all going to be out of range. I actually have a bit of an issue. Like, there shouldn't be this guy here and those 2 guys here. I have a couple extra units that are kind of screwing up my counts. I'm gonna leave them be. And then I'm gonna swoop that. Swoop, there it is. You keep sailing the seas. This guy's getting a bunch of goblins out of that troll pit. We're going to move over there and try to grab that other stuff, though. There's a few ways I could take that guy. All right. I have an Alchemist Magus. I have a Guild Mage. And I have Griffin Riders. I can't get all of them. Alchemist Magus are really, really extremely good. So I do think I'm going to prioritize that. Acid Cloud, Toughness, Strength, Mass Combustion, Soul Slay, Iron Skin. Yeah. And the Guild Mage, I'll just put back here to level up. Yeah, he's pretty solid. Toss some spearmen in this castle for the meantime. Pale Boys were only calm before the Demon Storm, basically the Reign of Chaos. The Pale ones were a major thorn for quite a long time. And I still don't know what happened to that army that had like 6 purple worms in it. It could still be around somewhere. Here's the huge kobold fight. Interesting that these guys got to go in the first round of combat. Oh, it's not a siege. I'm dumb. Meteor showers. Goddamn level 3 mages. What are my assassins doing? Besides not killing him. He had 7 HP. You guys are meant to do a base of 3 damage. Oh, Jesus Christ. You'd think the assassins would have handled that a little bit better. This whole army is dead. Holy shazbot. Captain, Hero, Dark Wizard, Hedge Wizard, 2 Assassins, an Engineer Magus, a Wind Master, 2 Guild Maguses, a Lore Master, and an Apothecary. Along with an Alchemical Catapult, 22 Guild Mercenaries, and 3 Storm Spool Ballistas. He killed 97 units. Yeah, I bet you found some loot. Hot damn, dudes. And of course, the Guild Stalker, who was literally right next to us, goes for the siege instead. Can't believe this. Oh, but this is incredible. Guild Assassin. This is the demonologist who just recently killed me down south. Check this. Dead. Well, at least some of our assassins know what they're doing. So there's a big army here with no leader. That's a pretty good loot. Now, he's probably going to come down and take that, but, you know, baby steps. There's Void out here. Yeah, yeah. Just checking. Oh my god. This guy's finally at a graveyard. Don't you have a special ability to rob graveyards? Aren't you meant to have a special ability to rob graveyards? How does that work? Why is this guy insane? Because everybody died, I guess. This was a goddamn bloodbath, let me tell you. Crossbows with a death wish. They were like, I saw all my friends die. I want to go with them. All right, well, you guys better attack this tower because I ain't so sure we can do it otherwise. 11 effigies versus 10 Pegasus riders. I think we win that. I can't tell you for certain. Man, that's so many dead troops. Siege was close. He nearly moved 2 meters. I can't believe we had 2 assassins and they didn't kill him. Getting the roll where you don't get the poison damage is like... When they're like, I brought a short sword, and the other guy's like, I brought a poison dagger that does like 5 times as much damage. It's tough. I just got to start recruiting. What'd you get? A demon whip. Okay. No more demon kitties, and most doggos I meet are good boys. This definitely feels like it's a mixed bag. I know some pretty good kitties and some pretty bad dogs. But, you know, it's never their fault. Pegasus Lord. Well, yeah, I guess I was very wrong about this. Seemed like a no-brainer. You know? They can fly over the walls. They are alive. These effigies are not. I think the worst part about that is that they didn't die. They all just got hit with fear. Pretty effective siege equipment. I'll say that much. In the market village, we fought a brigand. Black Kobold Murderer. What are you? Ah, cool. An assassin. Who inflicts disease. Oh, ho, ho. Nasty. Hero, Guild Alchemist, Engineer Magus, Mage Pilot. Okay, well, at least they're giving me a lot of characters back. Pretty much just going to buy all of those. Give that to the hero, probably. Who also has a Poison Cloud wand. No, thank you. A Demon Whip, though. Yes, thank you. All right, so you're going to collect all these guys. We're also then going to collect them, and probably them, and I don't know who else is needed for this army. What did we lose? Basically all of our pikemen, all of our swordsmen, all of our... Everybody but like the guild mercenaries. And even then, you still lost a couple of them. So let's grab 20 pikeneers. I don't really have the swordsmen, so I guess we'll take 20 spearmen. 20 crossbows. That's probably enough. I'm gonna let these guys heal just a little bit here. You can start moving up bit by bit. Let's grab the Beastmaster's village back first. We can do some more sailing around up there. So I don't understand. What does a grave robber do? Just by robbing a hero that has already died. By bringing home the magic item, the robber helps humanity, at the same time robs the soon-to-be undead from a magic item. I assumed he had to go to graveyards. But now I'm seeing he doesn't actually do anything in graveyards. So do you actually just need him in an army? Love Dominion 6, yeah. Like in Vatnheim. I also really enjoy Dominions. I like that this one is a bit more fantastical. Though Dominions has definitely got some more up-to-date shenanigans on it. Grave robber just needs to stand on a graveyard, and now and then he'll find an item. Oh. Curious. Lousy kobolds in the east. Sometimes I wonder if I just focused all of my forces in one area, would I would I be much more successful? Like sometimes it's like I'm breaking the armies, like the main army, but then I can't capitalize because all my other guys are so far away. Grab an ice witch. Grab a... Do you have a cartographer? I feel like you probably don't. No. Cartographer. You might as well take a catapult with you as well. Might as well. I tell you, you also don't have a guild engineer. Do you have one catapult? You do. You're a guild magus. You're a sage. You're a guild alchemist. So both of them need to level up. It's a lot of kobolds. That is a lot of kobolds over there. How come you flew there? There's also a lot of kobolds right here. Honestly, maybe I should just be making more Griffin Riders. At this point, they are really good at dealing with the kobolds. So they're just going to park there until that bone horror kills them. Brass horror, sorry. Do I fall back to deal with this? Can't believe double stack wipes happening here. You're going to take that pale one out, though, and then you're going to move down there. Is a part of me that's wondering about, do I just ignore the pale ones for now? But I don't think that's wise. You got a cloak of mirrors, which is pretty nice. Ever Ulthar. 5 spearmen. No money. 72 trade. Outrageous. I've lost all of these iron mines. I've just suddenly realized. That coal mine and that farm. So I should try to get another Griffin Rider over here, or a Pegasus Rider or something. Right, I guess all my Pegasuses are dead, and all my Clown Folk are dead. Man, we have lost a lot of armies today. I mean, we've wiped out a lot of stacks as well. So it is, like, it is a trade. It's just that the computer does get more money than us. Literally, he has double income. All the computers have double income on this difficulty. This is all owned by Bakemono. I do really think taking this down and getting a Mage's Guild here is going to be the clutch for us. Because being able to spawn adventurers and thieves up here, there's also like 2 villages. Plus this one over here. Which I might make just bandits. But I think that's going to be it. I think we got to... Well, we will tap this troll pit, and then we can just come back around here. It's spring, so we should be able to get up and do that pretty quickly. Or I might just cut down. Well, why don't we take a bit to the side? You guys are waiting to peep some money. You guys are waiting on that dude. Hopefully he doesn't get killed. And then everybody else is just kind of stuck where they are. The demonologist is pretty much still stuck in these hills, but at least we wiped out one of his big stacks. I don't think he has another big stack right now, where he has like one more big stack. So he should be relatively easy, he says. We have learned that the Griffin does incredibly good against kobolds. So I think to deal with the kobolds, I'm just going to build big Griffin stacks over here in Belcoria and have them hunt everybody down. They do good against the dragons. They do good against the little guys. I think they're just kind of like unbeatable. The demonologist, I think, is just a spellcasting slugfest. So we'll slug it out. We're about to finish exploring the little tiny bit left of the sea here as well. So we'll do that and we'll come back and we'll finish it off tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.